Have you ever tried to explain the hobby to somebody that's not actually in the hobby? It's pretty interesting. I was explaining to my dad tonight how bad I want to go into this full time, and I've told him that, and he's known about it for a while. But I was tossing around some of my numbers to him and letting him know some of the grading submissions that I'm sending in that are $50,000 worth of cards going in at one time, going through the mail, and it's just bonkers how that can happen. Just the amount of money that has flowed through my business in the last year, which is just peanuts compared to some of these big fish. But just the mind-boggling nature of how much money is actually in this hobby. And it's difficult for somebody that's not in it to understand it. They just see pictures on cardboard and don't think much more than that. And my father's not even a sports fan, for that matter, let alone a Pokemon fan. And explaining to him some of the prices of boxes and how even just how breaks and rip and ships work, like it's just so far above his head that he doesn't get it. And it's funny that we are in it and don't think anything more about, we don't think about how people on the outside are thinking about this. Recently, I got sent a clip from a local news station. I live in Iowa, and I got sent a news article. A news station did a deal on the card show industry and how people are making a living off of it. And some of the reactions underneath the clips were hilarious because people just are just blown away by how much money is in it. And it got me thinking, like, comparing it to what my dad is passionate about and what his generation was all about. And they caught the tail end of the cars and motorcycles. That was their big thing, was cars and motorcycles. That was their collectibles. And my dad still collects motorcycles, for that matter. And just the outside looking in, most people aren't gonna enjoy that, but that's he's one of the last from that generation that actually still loves and has a passion for automobiles. And we moved on to pictures of characters on cardboard and pictures of dudes playing sports. It's so funny. It's so funny. But explaining this to them, and explaining that this is basically another asset class, like we're treating this like a hobby, and also it's part of our portfolio, a diversified portfolio, that we enjoy what we're doing with this, and we're trading it like stocks in a roundabout way. And that kind of connects with them a little bit, with the people that are on the outside. But explaining like a rip and ship to somebody that like, you pay somebody to open the cards for you? Why on earth would you do that? And you explain them, well, there's a community behind it. Like, you make friends. And I go to the Sports Card National every time it's in Chicago, and we meet up together and we get a house together and we hang out for the weekend. I meet people from all over the world, man. I've got friends that live 8 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours, 20 hours away from me, that we all meet up together and hang out at the National and walk around and drink beer together and have a good time. And it's a community. So there's just so much more to this than just pictures of dudes and pictures of characters on cardboard. And I'm not telling you anything. I'm not telling you anything you don't know. But it's funny explaining it to people that aren't in it. Yeah, and explaining the fact that I'm driving 4 hours. I'm taking off of work, for that matter. I'm taking off of work to go drive 4 hours to a card show that I'll be there for 4 days set up at. And the mind-boggling numbers that I'm talking about, that I'm hoping to do, like I'm taking $35,000 worth of inventory, roughly speaking, to this card show. and I'm hoping to move through $10,000 to $12,000 at this card show. And it's real numbers, man. There is real money behind all of this. And not everybody's in it for the money, and especially not me. I want to build a business based on something that I truly love and I'm passionate about. And I want to go to work, stay at home, but I want to go to work and enjoy what I do. And it's amazing that we're in the world nowadays where we can do that. We can find something that we're passionate about, and if we put the hard work in and motivate ourselves and push through the noise, we can make enough money to live and sustain our hobby and continue to make it into a business that raises our family, helps raise our family. I mean, money is so everything is just so expensive right now, and you almost need a second income just to make ends meet, or at least I'm speaking for myself here. I feel like I have to have a second income just to make ends meet. But I'm on pace to match my income from my W-2 job. And I personally don't have any benefits. So I'm doing that with less labor, first off, less physical labor, because I paint cars for a living. And I'm able to do it with less time too. Like the way it's working out right now, I'm actually going to be making more money per hour on trading cards, which is just crazy to think about. And that's why I feel like if I go full time, I can possibly make a go of this. I'm trying. Anything you set your mind to, you really can do. And you got to trick your mind into knowing that you can do it. Go tell your buddies at work what you do. Go tell your family and friends that you're into sports cards or Pokemon cards or Magic the Gathering or anything like that, and they'll look at you sideways like, okay, isn't that for kids? And there is just a lot of money in it that they just don't see, and they're not into this as much as we are, and that's okay. It's something that we enjoy. You know, they might have motorcycles and cars, or they might have, who knows, maybe they don't even have a hobby. Maybe they got swiping on their phone. That's what most people have. But I'm actually out there engaging with people and talking. I've made friends. I've made a ton of friends in this hobby. And yeah, I'm passionate about it. And I really enjoy it. And it helps to have a supportive wife, because she lets me do all this. She lets me try to make a living off of cardboard with pictures of men in sports outfits and cartoon characters of Pikachus and Charizards. All right, guys, that's going to do it for this one. Nothing crazy here. Just thought it was funny that I'm explaining this to people that don't have a clue, and they're just clueless, and we just live and breathe it day by day. So that is going to do it for this one, guys. We'll catch you on the next one. Peace.